Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have another how to drive video. This is a New Holland L170. I used to have a LS170. I believe it was a couple years older than this. These things are just bulletproof tanks, and when you need a tire skid steer instead of a track skid steer, it's always nice to have. My father purchased this for some projects that he has. He really liked the 170 that we had, so he wanted one, and he found this one. It is creeping up on hours. Last I checked, it was at 7,400 and some, and still running strong. With that being said, it's a little loosey-goosey with that many hours, but I wanted to do this video and show you how to drive it, how to operate it, because sadly, these machines are starting to move off the scene. So we're gonna bring you guys along. Hope you enjoy. We're gonna go ahead and get in the cab. It's got pretty good ergonomics. Got a step and dimples here. Works pretty well. And I step in, drag the 1 foot inside, and when you set down, the dash will chirp at you and come to life. The dash will come to life once I sit down. There we have it. I was mistaken, this unit has 7,814 hours on it. Pretty incredible. I'm gonna go ahead, get my seatbelt on. I have the seatbelt put on. You can see the light has went out. This unit getting a little tired. She needs a little bit of throttle to fire up. Now we turn this on. It has a glow plug countdown right here. Started right up, because I just ran it off the trailer, as you saw. Now we are going to hit the operate button right here. Now you can see that our park brake has been disengaged. This unit has foot controls, which has its advantages and its disadvantages. The advantage you have is that the wheels are extremely precise. You can do a lot of stuff with them that is a little bit harder in the older pilot control models. However, they have come out with creep mode. In my New Holland 327 video, I explained that. I will pop a link to that in the video up above now. This unit uses foot controls of 1 under each foot. The right foot control, if you tilt your foot back, very simply, the bucket curls back. And if you tip your foot forward, the bucket curls forward. It's very, very simple. The left foot, if you tilt your foot back, the bucket raises. And if you tip your foot forward, the bucket lowers. Very, very simple. This here would be your turn signals. This unit's turn signals are not operational. We have the horn switch right back here. Nice and loud. It is in the cab with you, so that thing really rings your bell. Of course, over here we have the red throttle lever. This is still all a mechanical linkage. It's very nice. I'm going to now go over the quick attach coupler system. My older LS170 just had the manual flip up 2 levers, but this unit is equipped with the quick connect system. we are going to use my right foot pedal. We are going to tilt our foot back like this. We are tilting our foot back. We're pushing on this portion of the pedal. We will simply go up here. It's been used so much that it has faded off. We're going to push up right here. And then we are going to rock our foot back like this. And you will see this cylinder retract. Okay, now I have released this. You can see that the bucket is detached. There are no spikes coming out of the bottom of the bucket right here. Go ahead and lower this down now. We're gonna go ahead and drop our bucket. As you can see, the bucket gets set down with no issues. Try to pick this back up one-handed. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge. I'm gonna raise the bucket up. Curl back. Now we are going to attach the bucket by pushing down on this rocker switch. And again, we are going to rock our heel back. We're going to rock the pedal back on the right leg here. You will see the cylinder extend. That's all there is to it. You can now see that we have spikes right there and right there coming down, locking the bucket to the machine. So just again, very quickly, we are going to unlock the bucket by pushing and holding, rocking our foot back. The bucket is now detached. We are going to push the other way, rock our foot back, and you can see that the bucket is now attached. This is the older style quick attach system. We have our bucket locked down now, and I want to show you that there is a float on this L170. Took me a long time to figure this out on my older one, my LS170. If you push this pedal forward, it will click in to a detent. I will demonstrate it now. You can hear the hydraulics were loaded up. Now I'm going to pop it out of detent. That is how you activate the float mode on these older skid steers. You push this pedal forward and it will lock in to a detent. Now you are in float mode. I'm going to go over hooking up our auxiliary hydraulic ports. There is a lot more to this than you would think. You really need to pay attention to this part of the video. We're going to first lock our bucket down, our grapple bucket, I should say. Okay, we have that locked down. Now we're going to get this down, get the grapple bucket at rest, and we are going to shut the machine off. Okay, then we are going to turn the key back on, but not start the engine. And we are going to relieve all of our auxiliary port pressure. This is how you have to do this in those two ports right there. We're going to rock this way. We're going to rock it this way 2 or 3 times. That relieves all the pressure in the lines, and it also makes it to where if the bucket was hooked up, the grapple bucket, it relieves the pressure out of the hydraulic cylinder on whatever attachment you are using. That way, you do not have to crack your hydraulic lines to relieve the pressure. I'm going to hook up our auxiliary ports now. You always want to clean your coupler faces, just like this. Now, I should be able to hook this up because I relieved the pressure in here. These can be difficult. There we go. That one clicked in. Now we're going to click our top one in. Trying to keep my hand out of the camera so you can see. There we go. Now those are hooked up. You also want to pay attention to your lines that they don't get underneath the tire. We are back in the skid steer. We have it running. We're going to go ahead and hit our operate button. You'll see the parking light goes out. We'll raise this up. Now we can use our auxiliary ports right over here with this wrist movement. Something to note, this is only a single direction detent lever. It will not click over into detent on this way. It will only detent on one side. I'm going to go ahead and put it into detent now, even though this is not the right machine for a detent. You would want your detent set up for like your rotary brush or a brush cutter farther over there. I'm going to go ahead and lock it into detent now. Obviously that's hard on the hydraulics. It will not go into detent this way. It just will not do it. Now that we have ran our attachment all day, we're ready to switch back to the plain Jane bucket. I'm going to go over detaching this system so we don't have leftover pressure in the hydraulic lines. I'll go ahead and get it close. Right now there would be pressure in the lines, obviously. I'm going to go ahead, shut down. Not all units would need to have the key turned on, but some of them will if they have a electric over hydraulic. So I will leave the key on just for demonstrational purposes. Now I can alleviate the pressure. Do this 3 or 4 times, and then you will not have pressure built up in the cylinder, the lines, or the coupler lines here. Now that we have all of the pressure removed out of the lines, it's safe to take the couplers off. Some couplers, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, they have a little detent ball here. If you turn this, that keeps it to where the coupler cannot unhook itself. So you need to pay attention to that, and then it'll pop right off. Other one just pops off. There you go. Now you're ready to hook up the machine with no pressure in the lines. I'm gonna now just go over all of the fire up steps one more time. I have to put my seat belt on now that I'm in the cab. I have my seat belt on. Go ahead and fire the unit up. Comes right to life. Hit my operate button. Now my foot controls will work. I'm gonna go ahead and remove our grapple bucket. We're done with the demonstration. Push up. There we go. Now I'm gonna leave the grapple bucket behind. There we go. And I will restart the video when I hook on to the regular bucket. We have the bucket under the 2 paws of the quick attach mount. Now we're gonna go ahead, rock it back. We're going to depress the attach for the quick attach system and rock my right heel backwards. There you have it. Now we have the bucket all set up. Quickly, I wanted to go over how to fuel the system up. Just pull this back, and then your diesel fuel tank is right there. Obviously, put diesel fuel in it. This has been a demonstrational video of the New Holland L170 skid steer. These things are really just bulletproof. They always start well in the winter. With the quick attach, that really makes them nice instead of the older system. The LS170 was also another great machine. I'd like to thank you all for coming along today. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.